So much for the love. God bless you. God bless you. And on our today's story, we want to continue with Raila Amolo Odinga AUC. We want to hear different opinion from different political analysts. Niaje?
Fiti sana bro.
I'm very happy to have you on the show.
Good to,
it's been long,
it's been a long time. Good to see you. Good to see you too.
What can you tell Kenyans? Introduce yourself before we continue.
Fellow Kenyans, greetings once again from the great suburbs of Roysambu constituency. My name is Damien. I will be the resident analyst for today's discussion. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yesterday we talked with Boni about benefit Raila Amolo Odinga got from China and the reason why Raila Amolo Odinga went to China. Today, before we continue, do you think that Raila Amolo Odinga is going to clinch the AU seat and why?
I thought you would ask me about China first.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go back to China
it will be too.
It'll be very nice to hear different opinion from different political analysts. Yes.
First, we are witnessing a great political moment in this country, and Raila Odinga has an upper edge right now. You know that right now we have the China-Africa Summit that is taking place at Beijing, and the objective is to foster cooperation, unity, and strategic partnership, which in essence will boost the relationship between African states and China. You know very well that China is a very big global player, considering it is among the big 5 countries in the world. And their ideology is communism, not capitalism. So in their ideology, they are looking at a framework of bringing states together in a way that they can have unison, such that they can foster and boost trade. Right now, the president traveled with Raila Amolo Odinga, His Excellency. It's a good opportunity because remember, it's Africa-China Summit. So this presents a spectacular opportunity for Raila Amolo Odinga to go and pitch camp at Beijing, sell his manifesto, and the fact that he went with the president gives him a lot of political capital. It shows, it amplifies the stature of Raila Odinga, because right now it's not about politics, it is about the nation, and if he's the candidate that is working with the president, you have not been seeing that happening with other countries, so it talks more about the person of Raila Amolo Odinga. Yes, I think Baba is already the chair. What is going to happen is a mere formality. And Jeff, I tell you very many times, I don't argue sensationally because of hatred. No, politics takes a lot of emotions.
Yes.
But we just have to be realistic with facts.
True.
Kenya is a very big player in Eastern Africa. You see, actually we are the big boys. And you can see the relationship that China has had with Kenya. Actually in East Africa or Eastern Africa, East and Southern Africa, there's no country that can boast of great relationships with the West or rather the East. And Kenya fits the bill. So Kenya is going to rally behind Raila Amolo Odinga. We're going to use our position as a country to ensure that we talk to these presidents such that they vote for Raila Amolo Odinga. So I think he's going to clinch it.
It is very important for Raila to go to China as the AUC candidate from Kenya, because one is China is the major trading partner with Africa as we speak. Since 2020, since the FOCAC started, China has displaced the Western region or Western countries to be the sole major trader with African countries. That is one. China is also strategic, as it is the country that has invested a lot of money in Africa in terms of giving loans and in terms of projects that have happened here in Africa. It was important for Raila to go to China, secondly, because there are many African countries, because this is a China-Africa forum. So many African countries have gone to China, that is African presidents, leaders, and that presented a very good opportunity for Raila to continue campaigning for himself, to continue going to people to give his mandate to this African...
You tell them the benefit that Kenya is going to get after Raila Amolo Odinga is declared the official AUC chairman.
Hello guys, welcome to yet another great session that we're having here. Today we're speaking about politics that affect Kenya internally and what is coming externally.
Yes.
Jeff.
Thank you so much, Bonnie. Thank you so much for having this great episode. On today's story, I think we want to talk about Raila and the AU.
Yes.
You know very well that Raila Amolo Odinga. Yesterday, I saw Raila Amolo Odinga and President William Samoei Ruto going to China. My question is that, what did Raila Amolo Odinga go to do in China? Why was it important for Raila Amolo Odinga to accompany the president himself, William Samoei Ruto, to China? Why?
It is very important for Raila to go to China as the AUC candidate from Kenya because one is China is the major trading partner with Africa as we speak. Since 2020, since the FOCAC started, China has displaced the Western region or Western countries to be the sole major trader with African countries. That is one. China is also strategic as it is the country that has invested a lot of money in Africa in terms of giving loans and in terms of projects that have happened here in Africa. So China does projects in many countries in Africa, and some of these projects, as we are going to speak about, cut across borders. So it was very important for Raila Odinga to attend such a meeting. Also, it was important for Raila to go to China, secondly, because there are many African countries, because this is a China-Africa forum. So many African countries have gone to China, that is African presidents, leaders, and that presented a very good opportunity for Raila to continue campaigning for himself, to continue going to people to give his mandate to these African leaders, to give his mandate and solidify his support from the African leaders. So it is very important, more so as we can mention the Belt and Road Initiative, the BRI, that China is doing. The BRI is a flagship project, this major project by China that cuts across from Asia all the way to Western Europe. Yeah? There are two sections of it. There is the road section that spans across from China all the way Mongolia, cutting through Russia, Moscow, goes through Turkey, all the way to Western Europe. And then there's the maritime sector. Now Kenya is involved in this maritime sector, where it spans from China, cuts across the Philippines, goes to India, and then comes to the port of Mombasa. Now, this port of Mombasa, also, there's another port also in the coast region, that is the Lamu port, that is also involved in this BRI, the Belt and Road Initiative. Now, it is very important for Raila to be there because as the president of Kenya is going there to advocate for the extension of the SGR. Mind you, the SGR is part of the BRI. It is part of the Belt and Road Initiative. In fact, the SGR, Jeff, was built for cargo. It was not built for people to travel on. It was not built for passengers.
And it was built by China.
China, yes. Just the same way we have the expressway here.
Yeah.
It is part of the BRI. It is part of the Belt and Road Initiative by China. As this massive, expansive infrastructure project that China has. Okay, so the mission is to have goods that can flow directly across the Asian region by maritime to come to the African region through the port of Mombasa or the port of Lamu. Now, LAPSSET project is not yet completed. Yeah, we know that we have the LAPSSET project that has taken very many years and is not completed. So it is important for our president, first of all, to be there to advocate for the completion of the LAPSSET project that is going to open northern Kenya. We know that there are roads, there are highways that are going to open up northern Kenya because goods are going to come from Asia all the way to Lamu port, and then they are going to go either to landlocked Ethiopia or South Sudan. So that is one. But these roads that are going to cut across borders will not be on the mandate of President Ruto. They will be on the mandate of the AUC chairperson. So it is important for Raila to go there to start orienting himself of projects that he is going to face.
Why are you sure that Raila Amolo Odinga is going to clinch this seat? Because we didn't see the person in Djibouti going to the China. Why? Why?
It is strategic.
By the way, but let me ask,
Yes.
are you sure that Raila Amolo Odinga is going to win this seat?
Right now, I can say I'm 60% sure.
Why?
Not that confident, but 60% confidence
Sure.
tells me that Raila is going to take this seat.
Does he have academic qualification to fit this seat?
We already passed that. He has been approved.
He has been approved.
He has already been
but
approved by the council.
For you
Yes.
to communicate with all the countries, because you are going to be the AU chairman, so you need to be knowing like Arabic, French.
No, it's not a must.
Why?
It's not a must.
But how is he going to communicate with other countries? You as the chair.
We can always communicate because even we have our ambassadors, we have translators that can do that. It is very easy for people to communicate across borders, even if they have different languages. Raila Odinga, you wanted to make Raila Odinga your president, and you're saying about qualifications.